Hi, how are you today? I'm really happy because today I have a special guest in the channel. You already know him. Now we are at the beach, but I think you cannot see because it's so bright in the camera, but yep, the beach is right there. Today we just wanna make like a kind of interview to my friend who is Liam. He has been here for how many months?
8 months.
8 months?
I think.
No, I
it's
think
10.
10 months because
10
we
months.
arrived. I arrived first. I think you arrived then.
Like a week after.
Like a week after. 10 months. So we are almost done with the experience. Some of you asked me to do a video with Liam. I think it's such a good idea because maybe we can ask him about how his experience has been. First of all, how did you know about the program?
Yeah, so I was doing Camp America, like I was working at a summer camp in America.
Okay.
And one of the girls there had said you could work here for a whole year doing an au pair job. So I was like, oh cool, I'll be an au pair. So I signed up,
Okay.
and like I went straight home and basically came straight back again to do this job. Yeah,
So it was quick, like.
really quick.
Do you think it's hard, all the process, because you're a guy? So do you think it's easiest for a girl, or how do you think?
I think it's actually easier for a guy. Like,
Do you think it's easier for a
Yeah,
guy?
you wouldn't think so, but some families are looking for just a guy and no guys sign up ever. So
Okay.
if you sign up, like I got the job in like a day. I put my application online and immediately someone was
You
emailing
had a
me.
family.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was really easy.
And then I know the guy who's going to be coming after me got the job immediately as well.
Immediately.
So I think, yeah, people are just looking for guys.
For guys, yes, that's something that some of you have been asking me because you don't know if it's harder to do this because you're like a guy. But I think just maybe people. What is that song? We have a bird right now. So yeah, if it was me, I maybe would think that it's harder for a guy, but it seems like it's not. If you are a guy and wanna be in the program, just go for it and you can do it. Well, I didn't introduce you, okay? I think I'm going too fast. Tell us, where are you from?
Oh, England. Warwickshire in England.
What did you study?
I did psychology.
Psychology.
So I just finished my university actually the year before I came out here.
Why did you decide to become an au pair?
Well, I want to work with kids, and this is like a good experience. It's not what I would be doing for the rest of my life, but it's a good, like a year's working with kids. Like I'd rather be like a teacher or a social worker.
Do you like to work with kids?
Yeah, that's definitely what I'll be doing in the future. Yeah, I thought this would be a good
Thing too.
Like some people take a year off and like work in a store or something. I could have done that, but I figured coming to America would be a bit better. I really love every chance I get to travel when I'm here. Like, well, we don't get much time off, but I've had a couple of weeks where I can go travel around, and the last few times I was here with camp, I got to travel as well. So that's what I really love doing. That's what I'm really looking forward to this year. Like getting to go, I'm going to the West Coast. I get to get a car.
Yeah, he's traveling for, you know that the au pairs have 1 month extra, like the visa allows you to stay for 1 more month and you can travel in that month or do, I don't know, if you have family here, maybe you can go and visit your family. So he is traveling to West Coast. Where are you going?
We're going to California and then Vegas, Grand Canyon, some of the national parks, and then back to San Francisco, LA. Should be
That
cool.
sounds amazing.
Yeah.
How many days?
It's like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take my extra month because I want to save some money and I already did the travels I wanted to do.
Yeah,
like
you went to Disneyland.
I went to Disneyland and I went to the Harry Potter World and Universal Studios.
Yeah, I'm very jealous of that.
Yeah, so I think that was okay for me. I also Boston, Chicago, DC, and Niagara Falls. So for me, I think that's okay, and I need to save some money for my returning back to Ham. It's pretty awesome that you have the opportunity to travel if you want. Tips could you give for the people that want to be au pair?
Oh.
Like maybe what would you say, like you need to be like this, I don't know, maybe you really need to be good with kids or...
Yeah, I think the main thing for me, I think you have to be like really easygoing.
Easygoing.
Like you're not gonna get a set schedule every week, it's gonna change all the time. The kids are gonna change like mood all the time, every day, and you just have to roll with it, I guess. Like
yeah, you need to be very patient, right?
Yeah, like nothing really bothers me. Like if one of them's screaming, I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah,
And then I
exactly.
just deal with it. And so you just need, if you're gonna get stressed out, when a kid gets stressed out, I don't know if this will be
Maybe it's
fun.
not going to work
No.
if you are like a stressful person.
But yeah, as long as you're easygoing and can just like have fun with the kids, like they're gonna be happy. Like I basically just am a kid all day and that's my job. Like they're happy when we're just playing silly games.
Can you tell us a typical day?
Yeah, well, so like right now when they're back at school, I work just in the morning, do breakfast and them getting up. So that's really early. But then at 9 o'clock they're all gone, so I get the whole day
Some
to
time
do what I
off.
want. Yeah, and then when they come back from school I work till they go to sleep. Yeah, working is just playing like in the pool or going to the park, bouncing around in the garden.
Do you have to drive?
Yes,
Sometimes?
a little bit, like sometimes. I'd sometimes take them to school, but
The kids take the bus to go to school?
no, like we drive. They all go to different schools, so
Okay.
sometimes it'll be like the mum will take a few kids and I'll take one to one of the other schools, and yeah.
Okay, that's how it works.
Or sometimes you put all three in the car and just do a massive road trip to every school.
What do you think like experience you didn't like being here? Like maybe something that
Didn't like.
happened to you, like I don't know.
I think at the start, like there's
Like
going to be a
hard?
bit of awkwardness in the house because you're living in a house with people. Originally, you don't know them at all, and you just like get put in this house. You don't know anyone in the area.
That's true.
It's a bit weird.
It's hard.
Yeah, like the first 2 months, I was quite not on edge. I just
especially because we arrived in winter. So, well, it was not so cold when we arrived, but it was starting. It was November, so it's hard because you cannot really go out and do things.
Yeah.
Well, he is a really good runner and he's used to the cold, so he normally went for walks or running, I think. But for me, it was hard because I'm not used to that kind of cold. It was really cold for me, especially January and February.
Oh yeah, it was
So-
really cold for anyone, I think.
Yeah, it was
horrible.
really cold because you're feeling like freezing. I don't know, it's hard.
Yeah, not good.
You cannot go out because of the snow, so it's not easy, and especially we are not really allowed to use the car as much.
No.
I think some uppers are allowed to use the car like wherever they want, but we are not that case.
Yeah, some people get a car just for them, but we like have shared cars that we also share with the family, so you need to...
So you really don't have like the chance to say, oh, I just want to go for, I don't know, to the beach or to the library, and you need to walk if you want to do that, or maybe take the bus. And the problem here, I think, is because we live in a really small town. The bus is like maybe every hour, like each hour, so you have to really wait. It's not like every 15 minutes is one bus, so I think that's kind of hard. I think it's a good experience because we have the chance to travel, but you really need to be strong. What about homesickness? Did you have homesickness sometimes?
I don't usually get homesick. Like I'm used to coming away quite a long way. Like I went to university miles away from home, and I came here a couple of times, so I'm used to it, and I speak to my family every week on Skype. I'm okay with it, but yeah, I can see how a lot of people would get homesick here. It's such a weird situation to be thrown in.
What did you miss most from your country?
Food, lots of food. The place it's a lot more laid back, like the people, I think.
Your friends, maybe.
Yeah, like I came straight from university, and that was like I was living in a house with my mates. And it was just like
having fun,
really fun all the time. Coming out here and there's like none of that, no more partying or like no more hanging out with your mates, and so that's weird. It's weird, but I don't know, it took some getting used to.
I think also the problem is you are working in the place you live.
Yeah.
That is hard because you need to disconnect to be like healthy and to be happy. And it's not cool to be all day in the house. I think you need to consider that you really need to be focused, and also you need to have some activities so you don't get bored. For example, we love running, so that's a really good thing because you disconnect. You are going out of the house, you are getting fresh air, and that's so important. Really, that's important to be happy and healthy. If you want to watch movies, if you want to go to the library, get a book or something, get a copy. It's really important to try to get out of the house and do some activities.
Yeah, and if you stay in the house, the kids are going to make you go play anyway, even if it's your time off.
Exactly.
Like the ones I have always run in while I'm on Skype with my family. And I'm like, guys, come on.
It's my time off. Yeah, that's true. The kids, I think they really don't realize that this is a job. So they think because you are in the house, they just can go and play with you, and you don't want to be mean with them. So maybe you're going to say yes, but you cannot say yes all the time because you really need to have time for yourself and to rest or do whatever you want. So the best thing I think is going out. How do you think it has been for you living in a small town? Do you think is that okay for you, or?
Yeah, like I'm used to it. Like this is a very similar town to mine back home. Like the culture's different because it's America, but like the town is similar. Like I live in a small little village, so I don't know. It's pretty cool. And what I like about here is that it's so close to New York, that's a completely different place to where I'm used to. And I really like going there. Like when I first got here, I was going there every weekend, just wandering around. I love it.
New Year is amazing. Really.
So yeah, I still do that, but
the money.
That's very nice to be near. Yeah. I think if I was an au pair like stuck in the middle of nowhere and there wasn't a big city or somewhere I could go on the weekends, it would be very different.
Yeah, exactly. I think the same. Maybe the experience can be different if you don't have a place that you can go maybe every week. Really important to have this place to enjoy. Which is your favorite thing to do with the kids? Like something that you really enjoy?
We go to this place, like the kids they're very like active, they run around all day, so that's good because I've heard some au pairs turn out to be like just taxi drivers for their kids, but these lot, we just play games all the time, so I like taking them to places. So like one example is there's a trampoline park where it's just a gigantic warehouse full of trampolines, like the walls are trampolines and the floor is trampoline, and we just run around for like an hour. I really like taking them out to places, like we come to the beach as well and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's nice to take the kids out because also they get tired of being all day at home, and that's really good because kids have so much energy that you really need to take that energy out, so they can go easily to bed. Because with my host kids, they really have a hard time going bed. Sometimes I don't have the car, I cannot take them to the beach or take them to the park, so it's hard for them being just in the house or in the backyard. So if you have the opportunity to take them to another places, I think it's really cool. And can you tell us more about the credits, because an au pair needs to take some credits. So what did you do?
Yeah, so you did like a serious course, right?
Yeah, I did like English course and photography.
Yeah, I took the easiest option for getting the credits. It was just 2 weekends, 3 credits for each weekend. You just pay them some money and you just get it done. I did a psychology course because like most of the au pair courses I found were like English classes, and I wanted to learn a language, but
yeah, English is like no.
Yeah, I didn't need to learn English, but
exactly.
I wanted to do French, but the courses were way too expensive for that. Like they had the set courses that au pairs could do for the amount of money that you have. Like
we only have 500, so
yeah, I could have paid loads extra and did it. It wasn't there, so I just did 2 extra psychology courses.
How much were the courses?
It was like $300 each, so I paid $100 myself.
Yeah, it's normally the au pairs, that's what they have to put more. I think the rules should change in the program because 500 I think is not enough.
No.
Normally 600 or maybe 650. I spent 650, so well, they should do something about that.
It was okay. I was happy to pay just to get it done, I guess. Like, I don't know. I'm going to be doing more courses when I go back home, so I didn't want to spend my whole year here doing courses.
Yeah, that's the thing. I did the courses, but they took my time off.
But you found something you liked. That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
I couldn't find a course that I really would have been passionate about, so I just went for the easy option. Like,
that's the other thing. You cannot choose whatever you want. You need to choose something that can go with your schedule.
Yeah.
And it's hard because sometimes the family change the schedule every week. That's something we were talking about yesterday, that sometimes it's not okay that they tell you your schedule one day before because you cannot make plans.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
Like you'll be waiting at 10 o'clock.
You are waiting at 10 o'clock the night before, like...
You're like, when do I wake up, guys?
Yeah, like, yeah, can you tell me at what time I need to wake up tomorrow? I was telling everybody that you're going to run the marathon in New York City, so how do you feel about that?
I'm so excited. That's going to be like my highlight of the year, I think. I always wanted to run a marathon, and then that and London are my 2 like bucket list marathons, so I'm so excited to get that done. It's 2 months away now.
Yeah. like
buzzing about it.
9 weeks.
Yeah,
So-
I can't believe I got in the first place. and,
Exactly.
like,
I'm so jealous of that.
Yeah,
It's really hard to get in that marathon. You need to get like in a lottery.
yeah, it was 17% I think of people got in, of the people who applied,
Exactly.
and everyone paid like hundreds of dollars. It was
To get in.
way too expensive, but
And
it's okay. I get
You
to do
pay.
it.
I think you pay like the less expensive way.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was still $300.
$300,
Yeah.
but I think there are people that pay more.
Yeah, if I pretended I was an American, like if you were from another country, you have to pay, I think it was $375 to get in, and so I just used this address from here, and I was,
Yeah, you can do that.
yeah,
just
no,
the
no one's
address.
checked, so
Exactly.
I paid the 300 instead.
That's amazing. We love running, and we, as you maybe saw in the video, that we have a new year. That was our first race here, and that was really exciting. You did her first marathon here also in New Year's
Yeah,
Day.
I
That
did.
was the first one.
I booked one in New Jersey because I didn't think I'd get into the New York one.
Yeah, at that time he didn't know
Yeah.
if he was going to
So
get
now
in
I've
that.
ended up doing 2 in a year, which is like too much, I think. But it was
I think
really
so much.
fun,
But
yeah.
he is so fast. Can you tell the time you did in the first one?
I got 3:16.
3:60, 3 hours and 60 minutes. Can you believe that? I did, I think, 2 hours in my half marathon, which be like 4 hours for a full marathon, and he did 3 hours. That's crazy. So he's really good. I'm really excited about the race. We didn't extend because we think that for us the full year was like enough. Like we did the things we really wanted to do, because some of us come with that idea to keep studying or
Yeah.
to do more things. So for us, we think 1 year is enough. And if you really think 1 year is really long time to be away from your family, and what are your plans when you go back?
I'm gonna go back.
Yes.
Oh, I need to go back to university. I'm gonna do a course in social work, I think, so I can hopefully be a social worker. It's gonna be that or a teacher, so I need to decide, and then I'm gonna go do that. But like, I guess when I get back, I'll probably just get a small job while I wait for that. But I really want to move to London eventually. That's my aim, so I'll look for a job moving down there. Should be cool.
That's cool. What do you think about the open meetings and how the program works? Do you think it was okay for you, or
I didn't go to enough of the meetings.
yeah,
I've been to like,
yeah.
I think I've been to 3.
Me too. You have another open friends, like
Yeah, you do meet people at the meetings, but you meet people like in other ways too, like way before that. The meetings are a bit weird. I didn't go to too many.
we met in our
Yeah, the first
meeting.
one,
It was
yeah.
the chocolate thing.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Some of them are really strange, and some of them are really like this one was we made chocolate, and it was awesome, and that was
And-
cool. But then there was another one where it was like watch a fire safety talk. Like I don't know if you went to that
No,
one.
I didn't.
It was just a speech, so you couldn't even talk to anyone else anyway because you're watching the
So-
person speak. Yeah, the program itself is alright. Too expensive, I think. What you get from it.
Can you tell us how much did you
It was like
spend?
I think it was £1,000 to apply,
So in dollars, more or
which
less.
is like $1,600 getting up there.
I spent $1,300
Yeah, it's
in the program. It's really expensive, and the thing is, the families also pay to the agency. It is supposed to be that they pay for everything, like for the insurance for us and the flight, but at the end of the day, you're paying too, and a lot of money. So I don't know. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, the insurance, I had to pay my own.
Yeah, we had to
Insurance.
pay our own insurance.
Which sucks, yeah. Like I'm used to this country. My country has free, like you don't need insurance.
Yeah.
So it was like another $1,000 or something for that, which I guess was good because I got hurt. So
Yeah,
I didn't have to pay
that's
the bill.
something I forgot. Can you tell us what happened?
yeah, I went out for a run.
It
and-
was winter.
Yeah, and there was ice that I didn't see, and I like slipped on a corner and bashed my face on the ground.
Yeah.
I had to get some stitches. So I was lucky I had the insurance
Yeah.
because it would have bankrupted me.
It's so expensive. The healthy thing here in United States is really even if you have an insurance, you have to pay
Yeah,
something.
I still paid $100 on you pay like a fee for
Yeah.
something.
I also got sick. I don't know if you remember that I got really sick of my throat, and I was getting something here. I don't know how do you call when you get like you feel like someone punched you, but it's because you're sick. And I went to this appointment to the doctor, and it was just like completely normal. He just checked like my throat, like open your mouth, and that's really easy stuff.
Yeah.
And I had to pay $35 which is like crazy because I already have an insurance, and it was just like a completely normal. Like, he didn't do like something really.
Didn't do anything.
Exactly. He would just open your mouth, look in my eyes, and I had to pay that money.
I don't know, I was like, my experience was I was in the hospital covered in blood, there's blood coming down my face, and before they help me out, they're saying, alright, we need your insurance details, I need to fill in all these forms
And he is
while I'm bleeding all over the papers they're giving me.
Like, if you want, I can put my blood. I
Yeah,
can
it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
They just got to make sure that I've got the money, otherwise they're not going to help me.
Exactly. It's like they are more worried about the money than your health. How do you think is the American culture? What did you like most, and what you really don't like about it?
It's cool. I like it. People are really nice here. Like everyone's been really cool. Like everyone in New York's pretty nice.
The only thing for me is like they are kind of different in the way maybe they treat each other, because in Mexico we're like really warming people, like we really kiss each other, give hugs and that thing. And in here it's different. The culture is different. They normally, you don't see giving hugs. I don't know if you saw the same, like.
But I think that's closer to British culture. Like we don't really do that either. So.
In here it's different, the culture, and it's totally normal because every country has a different culture, and that's the thing you're coming to learn. I need to tell you guys that Liam also has a YouTube channel. So I'm going to put here the link so you can go and watch his videos, because he's really good with the ukulele. He plays really good.
But it's not like a serious channel. Like I don't really upload.
Yeah, it's just like for fun.
Some of the videos are like vertical video, which is terrible.
But it's because we don't have the equipment here to do a proper video. Right now the camera is with boxes. We just made a live video on Facebook. We asked you to make some questions, so we're going to talk first about some topics and then we're going to answer those questions. How was your process when you were getting ready to become an au pair?
Yeah, so like I was in America already when I started signing up for this. So I was in New York working at this camp. I rang them up and asked if, but the first au pair company I rang up said they didn't want male au pairs, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But then I rang up this other one and they said, yep, start filling in an application. So I did that on my phone, which like sucked. Like I didn't have a computer to do it on.
What were you doing here in New York?
It was a summer camp for children with disabilities. So it was on Long Island in New York. It's my second year being there, so I was in charge of one of the dorms on the camp. So I was like the head of that like group. We had like every week we get a different bunch of kids come in. And it was really cool. I love it there. I need to go out and visit while I'm here.
Oh.
But
how long was it?
It's 10 weeks. 10
weeks.
11 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah.
2.5.
Yeah, and it's really cool because like the second year I was here, I get to see all these kids again that I like saw last year. And the way it works is you're a counselor and you have one kid to look after, maybe two, so you get to know them really well.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. So you were doing the process of becoming an au pair when you were here.
Yeah.
In your heart.
Lots of people at the end of camp went traveling because it's the same type of visa as this one. So you get 30 days to travel.
The J1?
Yeah, but I chose to not go traveling so I could just spend the money I'd saved to come straight back out and be an au pair. You
had to do also the video and your online account.
Yeah, so I got the online thing done. And then when I got back to England, you got to do the interview.
With the agency.
Yeah, so I went and did that, and they seemed pretty keen. Like they want guys.
They really wanted to be in the program.
And then the second I put my application out, I got this family calling me back like straight away, which was cool.
They were your first host family in your account, right?
Yeah,
like the first day.
I only spoke to one family. And
yeah, me too.
It worked for me, like it was a good place to be. Yeah, I did the video because they asked, because the kids wanted to see a video, so I made one really quick. But yeah, I think for me the process was really easy.
Really easy. For me, I think I also did the whole process in 1 month because I quit my job so I could start with this. But I was like spending the night doing all the things because I think it's a lot of stuff to do, like a lot of things to feel.
Yeah, you gotta write a lot of things.
A lot of things.
It's your whole life story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask you, how old are you? They don't know how old are you.
23.
23. So now we're going to talk about vacation. What did you do for vacation?
I'm quite lucky. My host family take me on vacations with them. So I've been to Colorado twice. I've been to Texas. We went to the Bahamas. How did I forget that? Yeah, that was cool.
How could you forget?
Yeah, and then like for me, like when I've had you get 2 weeks vacation, which isn't enough, but like
It's not enough. All the au pairs have just 2 weeks of vacation. Some families give you more, but
I think all Americans get two weeks, like in all jobs, which is
not enough.
It's not cool.
So you can split your weeks, like to have 1 week, maybe April, and the other one August, or you can have it together. You need to talk with your host family. I had my 2 weeks in a row, and he had separate.
Yeah, I split them up. Like my brother came to visit, and we went to Boston.
To Boston the first week.
Yeah, that was cool. And then my parents and my brother just came again last week. Which was awesome.
Yeah, that's why we decided to do the video now, because we didn't see each other. I was in Chicago and he was with his family, so now finally we are together again. I miss him so much. Why did you leave me? So now we're going to talk about what did you do in your time off?
Yeah, I do a lot of running. Like that's my
We
thing.
love running. I think that's why we are friends.
Yeah, like that's how we started talking in the first place.
That was so weird how we started talking, because I don't know why. We were like maybe 4 or 5 people doing the chocolate thing, and I don't know why I just asked him, do you like to do some kind of sport? That was I think the weirdest question ever. He was like, oh yeah, I love running. And I was like, no way, I love running too. So that's how everything started. Do you normally have Sundays off, right?
Yeah, usually every Sunday.
Sunday and the half of the Monday.
Yeah.
Do you have a TV in your room?
Yeah.
I don't have a TV.
Oh, you don't?
No. So I have my computer and my legs to work.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a desk, so I cannot work either. Now we're going to talk about saving money. This is something really important when you are in America. If you want to make travel, if you want to do stuff, we have like $200 every week. That's what we earn. The problem is in this town, everything is really expensive. We live in a little small town that a lot of people here is rich, so everyone is rich, so it's so expensive to live here and to buy things here. So it's not enough. So you really have to save money, like just to eat at home, not to eat at restaurants. And how do you save money?
I'm pretty good at saving money, I think. I wanted my computer, which was a bunch of money, and now I'm saving up to go traveling at the end of the year. So I don't know, I don't budget. Like some people budget and spend a certain amount on everything every week, but I don't know.
How do you save money? You just don't tell. You have everything like in your account?
I just don't really say, like if I'm out like at a shop, I'll just restrain myself from buying clothes. Like I've got enough clothes.
Yeah, it's hard, especially if you are with me. We were the other day at Barnes and Nobles and we saw the new Harry Potter book.
Yeah, that was hard. Yeah.
So we had to buy it.
I wasn't going to.
Yeah, that was my fault.
Because I wanted to wait to see the play, but then it's sold out until like December next year.
So we had to buy the book.
And
it was so expensive. And the most annoying thing is we went to another store. We went to Target after that, and we found the book cheaper.
$10 cheaper.
$10 cheaper.
It was worth it. It was a really good book.
Worth it, yeah. Actually, right now I have my Hogwarts t-shirt. Now we're going to talk about the kids are different depending the age. Tell us more about this.
Yeah, I've spoken to some au pairs who are with teenagers, and so that's a totally different experience to what we're getting with little kids.
Yeah.
I have got this, it's a really fun job. You just hang out and you play with the kids. It's great, but like some au pairs are basically like taxi drivers. Like they've got a teenager who will be on the computer all day. And like you can't really tell them what to do because they're a teenager. You have to just drive them wherever they want all the time. So I don't know, if you are signing up to do this, you've got to make sure you know what you want. If you want to work with kids, then you need to look for smaller kids, I think.
Yeah, it is important to look at the ages of the kids you're going to take care of. I think when you are at the interviews with the host family, it's really important to look at all the aspects, but also the ages of the kids. It depends what kind of experience do you want to have with the small kids, like us, I'm playing with them all day, or if you want bigger kids, you have your own time and the teenagers have their own time. So it's important to look.
I think I would be bored looking after teenagers because like was just sitting around while they sit around watching TV all day.
Yeah, but it depends. Every person is different, so it's okay what you want to do, but it's important to look at this. So But now we're going to talk about the interview with the host family. Ten, 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 ten.
Yeah.
So what do you think it is important to ask to the host families when you are in the interviews?
Like, I didn't ask enough questions in the interview, I don't think. Like, they asked me if I had any questions. I didn't really have anything. Like, I was just looking for like the location they were in, so near New York, that was great, and the like kids they had were awesome, the right ages. So that's all I was really interested in. I wasn't really like, I spoke to them and they weren't weird, so I was happy to stay with them. But like, I guess you should just ask a lot of questions to make sure that it's gonna work.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
you. Like,
you need to ask about if you're going to have a car. This is important if you are in a small town. In here it's really difficult. That bird again. It's really difficult because we live in a small town, so you don't have a lot of transportation, so it's important to have a car so you can move to another places. So you need to look at this, where are you going to live and which kind of transportation is there.
just depends what you're coming to America for, like where you want to be.
Whether
like,
you want to be here and
you gotta,
what you want to do.
You gotta find out what the town's like, because I don't know, you could be in the middle of nowhere and you gotta find out if that's the case, like if you're gonna be really bored all the time and have nothing to do on your time off.
You can also talk with the au pairs if they are already had an au pair before. I don't know.
Yeah, you should definitely ask to speak to the au pair.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't do that because they didn't have an au pair when I came here.
Things can be different, you know. You can look at the online application, but you never know.
Yeah.
Things can be different.
Yeah.
Normally that's what happens. It's important also to ask the host families about what kind of activities are you going to do.
Yeah.
It is important to see if you're going to do housekeeping, you call it?
Yeah, like being a cleaner.
Yeah, you don't want to be the cleaner. Also about your schedule. I think it is important to know. If you want to be here to study, I think it's hard if you have a schedule that changes every week. Don't choose a family just because it's the first family and you just want to come as quickly as you can. Try to be prepared for this and ask as many questions as you can. Now we're going to talk about the most important things the host family should have.
The car's cool. Like, I wanted them to have a car that I could use just so I could drive in America. That was cool for me.
Yeah.
Because it's like the other side of the road. It's totally different. It wouldn't be a major thing for some people. Like, some people don't want to drive and some host families don't make you.
Also, I think it's important the food, to talk with the families about how the food is going to work, because I have received some emails about au pairs telling me it's hard for them because the family buy stuff like for themselves, but you can only have maybe sandwiches every day or cereal or basic stuff. For us, I think it's we can buy things the family pays to us to buy groceries. For us, that's okay because we can at least choose what we want to eat.
Yeah, I think my family wanted me to just write down some stuff on their shopping list. I made it so that I can just go to the shops myself and buy stuff.
But that's something you should ask, because at least we have that option. But some au pairs have been writing me that they don't have that option because the host family just buys the things online and they get the groceries and they don't have the option to have more food, and they feel like they cannot take the food they are buying. So it's important to know how the food is going to work.
Make sure you know what you're coming to.
You need to know that you're going to take care of kids, and that's not easy.
Yeah, it sounds easy.
It sounds easy, but it's not, and it's 45 hours per week, which is a lot.
The thing for me is the waking up early. I still haven't got used to that. I don't like it.
Yeah.
When I have a day off, I won't wake up at 6 o'clock. Yeah, you could ask like what your schedule. Yeah, that's why you would ask what your schedule's gonna be like.
The schedule, how is it going to be? Also, if you want to be like part of the family, and also the curfews. Well, we are not that kind of people that go out just to clubs or that thing to drink. We are not that kind of people, but there are au pairs that like to go out, and that I think is important for them, right?
Yeah, because you'd end up out of loads of money if you have to go and book a hotel every time you go out, just because you can't come back after midnight or something like that.
Yeah. Now we're going to talk about driving. How has been your experience driving here? Like, is it different from England?
Yeah, it's entirely different. The roads are different.
Oh, that's right.
The steering wheel is on the wrong side of the car. cars drive on the wrong side of the road. That took some getting used to. It was alright, but it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
And I personally have a really nice car to drive. It's a Jeep, like a huge Jeep,
That's
which is
nice.
loads of fun.
I also like my car so much because it's so quiet. You don't even notice that it's on.
Yeah, mine's the opposite.
Do you think it is important to have experience driving before?
Yeah, like,
It is definitely important, I think,
yeah.
to have experience
Because
driving
people
before.
here are a bit reckless, like they drive, I don't know, it's a bit mad. You gotta be confident driving to drive here, I think.
Do you drive in highways or just?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
I don't really have to, really, like to get to all the places I need to go. What's that?
To have fun. A lot of au pairs are worried about how the thing about driving works, and we have a case right here about a ticket.
Yeah.
He got a ticket.
I got a parking ticket for something that in my country is not illegal in any way. It's not even a bad thing to do. Like,
Yeah.
so this country you have to park on the side of the road that your car is facing, if that makes sense. And so in England you could park wherever you want, wherever there's a space. So I park on the wrong side of the road. Like, you're gonna look where you're going, but that's the like worst thing you can do in this country apparently. So I got $50 fine,
$50.
which is the top level of fine you could get. It's just very annoying. It causes tension with the people you're staying with. I did nothing wrong. Make sure you know.
The rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rules are kind of
Because even something that seems really stupid could be a law here. I didn't even think that would be
That
illegal,
one,
because
yeah.
why would it be illegal? It's ridiculous. I got done for it, so you have to be careful.
Yeah, be careful because it's a lot of money. $50 is like a lot.
Yeah, it ruined my week. I make $200 a week. That's a quarter of all the money I'm gonna get.
It's not only the money, it's the thing that the host family can feel, I don't know, weird about that. Maybe they can tell you something. There could be some tension at the house just because of that. It depends on the family. I think families can react different. Some families can react worse. Some families can react better.
And then you've also got to go to the police station and pay a fine, and everyone's treating you like you're an idiot, and it's
That's not cool.
very annoying.
Be sure to know the rules in the place you
Yeah,
live.
like you can't cross the road here. You have to go to it's called jaywalking if you just walk across the road. So you gotta like go to a traffic light to cross the road or a zebra
You need
crossing.
to wait until you have this white light so you can walk. Now we're talking about, this is going to be the last topic before we go to the questions. I think this video is going to be so long, but it's okay. I'm really enjoying doing this.
Yeah.
So there was a moment in your experience in these 10 months that you thought to go back to your country, like some moment that was really hard that you think maybe this is not for me?
Yeah, like I guess the start was hard for me, like the first few months, and like during that I was thinking like maybe not, like maybe I should go back. I don't know, I'm quite easygoing, so I just stuck with it, and it's definitely got a lot better. It's really fun and the kids I'm with are awesome, but like the first 3 months I was thinking like maybe like why did I do this? But
yeah, I think all the awkward things the same in the first few weeks, like what am I doing here?
yeah.
Yeah, it's hard because you are not in your house, so it's kind of uncomfortable.
But no, definitely worth it. I'm glad I did stay.
Yeah, it is worth it, especially if you save money to travel. Spending the time with the kids is also really cool. I think I have learned a lot of taking care of the kids. I have learned more about kids, and I think if maybe one day I have a child, I'm going to be more prepared. I don't know if that happened to you.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
my biggest worry coming was that the kids wouldn't like me. Like if the kids didn't go on with me, it would have been like a rubbish year. I would have hated it.
Yeah.
But
the good thing
luckily
is
they're really fun, and we get on great. So I've had a really good year.
Okay, so we're going to look at your questions. It says, hi Ellie, hi, let's say hi.
Hello.
Gabriela says, can you say hi to Bolivia, please? Hi Bolivia.
Bolivia, hello.
Paula says, hi Ellie, can you tell him if he can talk more about his experience? Well, I think we talked a little more about this along the video.
A bunch of that.
Yeah. Jessica says, you are so handsome, Liam.
Oh, thank you.
Jennifer says, hi Ellie, hi. Abby says, hi Ellie too. Daniela says, hi Ellie, can you explain me please more about the taxes? We don't have any idea about the taxes.
No one knows.
I don't know.
Just at some point you're gonna get charged some money.
Yeah, what I have been doing, because my host dad is an accountant, it's saving every week maybe 10 or 20 $20. So right now I have $500 paid for that, for the taxes. I think it's going to be 500.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You're really good about that.
550.
I've saved nothing for that. And I'm not going to because they haven't given me any information.
The only thing I know
I'll just
is
wait and see what happens.
we need to pay the next year.
Yeah.
Between March and April. The deadline is April 15th. That's the day that is called tax day. But we really don't know. It's really confusing. Maybe until we get the bill, we can tell you more about this, because right now we are like in a limbo. We don't know. Maria says, "Hi Ellie, how does it feel to be an au pair?"
Pretty good. It's cool living in another country. I like that.
Especially here, because the United States has a lot to offer.
And yeah, it's a fun job. I don't think you're gonna get much more of a fun job where you just are a kid and you hang out with kids.
Yeah, Stephanie, what is the best and the worst to be an au pair?
You go first.
The best. I think the best is that you can spend time here, because I think being here is like a big opportunity. Not everyone can say, oh, I can spend a whole year in the United States.
Yeah.
So it's a big opportunity to be here, especially to travel. It's easier to travel because you don't spend so much money like if you were in your country, and to come here I think it's so much more expensive. You have the opportunity to travel more and also to know more about the culture. So I think that's the best, and also to spend the time with the host kids, learn more about them. It's really nice. Also for me to learn more English. I know my English is not good, but I think I have been improving. What do you think?
I think it's been good the whole time.
I think it's really good cooking. But for him, what do you think is the best?
So like, yeah, I'd agree the best is living here. That's cool. Yeah, I really enjoy it. And like hanging out with the kids, that's awesome. The worst is probably the living in a house with your employers.
Yes.
And it's great, like it's a really nice house and whatever, but it's awkward for the start, and it gets better, but like it's still, I'd rather, when I finish my work there, I'd rather be going back to my own house, going upstairs to the same.
You don't disconnect, and that's hard. Yeah, I think the same as Liam. The worst thing is living in the same house where you work.
It's got nothing to do with the people I'm living with. It's just, for any job I wouldn't want to stay in the office. And
you don't want to live in your office, right? It's not okay to be always in the same place. That is hard. Daniela and Viviana asked the same question. Where are you from?
England.
Megan says, hi Ellie, how is your relationship with your host family?
Oh, it's good. It's always been alright. Yeah, I guess it took some months to get to that point, but yeah, right now it's really good.
It's really good.
It's good.
Also, she says, I send you kisses and a really, really big hug. Have a nice day. Thank you, Megan. Dulce says, was it harder for you to find a family because you are a guy? Did you have to do like different kind of tramit just to be a guy, like some paperwork?
First, no, it's not harder. It's pretty easy to get a job as a guy, like, which was a surprise. But then you have to have double the experience. So how many hours did you need experience? I needed like 500 hours, I think it was.
I think for us, I don't remember if it is 200. I think it is 200.
I needed 500 hours.
500 hours.
Which it's fine because I worked at this summer camp for 2 years and it's a 24-hour job, so I very easily got those hours. But like, that's pretty hard to get, I think, for most guys. Like, who has that much childcare experience? But it was fine. Yeah, if you've got that, it's very easy to find.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that is harder. The number of hours you need to have to be an au pair if you're a guy. It's a double or more.
Yeah.
Karen says, how is your schedule?
Yeah, I usually get the middle of the day free, and then I work in the morning and the afternoon until the kids go to sleep. It's alright.
Do you work Saturdays?
No, I work Saturdays.
Night or sometimes night, sometimes.
Yeah, every week is different for me. I guess some people would have a really set schedule.
No,
mine isn't.
Mine is different.
It changes every week. And, like, I don't mind that at all because I'm quite laid back. But like Saturday, I could either be working in the day or I'll be working like really late night if they want to go out. And that's fine. I don't mind if they do that because the kids are asleep.
Yeah, that's a good thing when it's at night that the kids are sleeping. So you can be reading a book.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Whatever you want, and it's okay. Which are the ages of your kids?
So now they're 3 6 and 7.
3, 6, and 7. Okay.
Which is, yeah, it's cool.
And she says, you're cute.
Oh,
Also.
thank you.
Alright, I think those are all the questions right now. Thank you so much for all your questions. And now we're going to finish this book with this book. we're going to finish this video with a little challenge. Are you ready?
Yep.
In this first month it was difficult because of these things of moving and the trip to Chicago, but